Yet across midfield. Touchdown, Nebraska. Omar Manning.
Live. Okay. Hello. We're here. We got Jim, who just became a member. The entire chat's filled with members. So first stop before we start this show, let me thank everybody for supporting me so much because, I put a lot of time, effort, and work into everything we got going on over here. First, I want to tell you guys that I made 2 videos this week. Number 1, I made one about my top 5 head coaching candidates. And if you didn't watch it, it is in depth. It's pretty, I would say it gets pretty deep into the reasons why these coaches would want to come to Nebraska, and it gives you an idea of why I want them here. So definitely worth your time watching. It is a 25-minute video, and I'm trying to give you guys a little bit more long form content because I've gotten so many requests for podcast style. And although I don't have a podcast, I want to give you guys enough content to get you through the week because this has been some long weeks during this week football season. Anyway, it's been entertaining and exciting because there's been so much happening. The other video I made, which I posted last night, my time at like 2 a.m, was the Illinois preview video. So if you haven't checked that one out, another one where I got really in depth. I gave you a prediction, my thoughts on exactly what's going to happen, how it's going to go down. And some people may agree, some might not. It's not all hype. It's not all Nebraska Homer shit. It's the real truth. It's what I think could actually happen. So from an analysis standpoint, you guys will like that. So make sure you check both those videos out because, yeah, I know you don't see everything that gets posted up since I've been putting up so much more content lately, but it's there. Today, we're going to do trivia. We got Denon with me, and I had to do a photo shoot today for 5 hours. I got home and then banged out some of these trivia questions, and I have this whole list right here on the screen in front of me. My plan was to do 5 groups of 4, but unfortunately, I didn't have the time, so we're only doing 4 groups of 4. So that will be 16 total people who will get the chance to play trivia. Every single person who plays trivia gets stickers from me. So that's a cool note to add in. You don't just come and get nothing. You get to play and then you get stickers. The winners of trivia get a t-shirt, the one I'm wearing. So if you win trivia, you're going to get my shirt. Not the one I'm wearing, but a brand new one that fits you. So that's another positive note here. The trivia game's fun because it's a way for me to engage with you guys. It's something different. It's not just talking about football because we talk about football all day, every day. And not that it ever gets boring or dull, but it's cool to switch it up and be able to have, our moment to bond. Think of it that way. Anyway, tomorrow, before we get into the trivia, tomorrow we're going to do another live stream. That'll be more football focused on this entire weekend and on Nebraska's game against Illinois. So we'll be able to talk a lot more in depth. I'll be able to answer a lot more questions because in this trivia show, it's harder for me to answer every question because I'm so focused on keeping score and talking to who is on the call with us. So just keep that in mind. Tomorrow's show is much more engaging with chat. And then Saturday, after the Nebraska game, after they hopefully beat Illinois, I'll be back here. We'll go live, I'd say 15, 20 minutes after the game, after we hear Mickey's press conference. And we'll talk about what happened. And I'll give you guys my live, raw, emotional reaction, win or lose. So that will definitely be one you want to tap into. I won't be on too long on Saturday because obviously there are going to be some other games that we all want to watch. So yeah, maybe a 30-minute stream. I don't know. We'll see. We'll feel it out. But yeah, chat, I see you guys in here. Thank you for being here, like I said, and I'm going to just get this started. So if you want to get in on the trivia game, here's how it works. Very simple. You go to the Discord. Step one to go to the Discord is you click the description box below. Once you're in the Discord, you click onto the left side where it says the waiting room and you hit enter. Now you're in the waiting room with your audio. Immediately mute yourself so you don't annoy other people in the waiting room. I'll bring in 4 people from the waiting room per round. Once you're in, leave yourself muted until I call on you. And then once I call on you, you unmute. If you have an answer to the question, you can say it. We'll use the mute button as a button. So as like a flashing button. So don't ever talk out of turn because that just confuses people on the stream. You'll get into the questions, or I'll get into the questions. I'll ask you what the answer is. When you know what it is, you just unmute yourself, but you don't say anything. You just unmute. And then I'll know to call on you to let you answer it. Here's the deal. If you're wrong, then I take away a point. If you're right, you get a point. But if you're wrong, it's punishing. And this week, we have tiebreaker questions. So Denon has some tiebreakers in case it comes down to a guy or 2 guys tied, or maybe even 3. And we'll figure it out from there. So I'm confident in the way we're going to run this. I'm excited for it. And with all that said, I'm going to start bringing people in.
And just so you know, officially this week, tiebreakers are sudden death. So if it does go to a tiebreaker, there will only be one question. The first person to answer, if they get it right, they win. If they get it wrong, they lose. That way we don't have to try to run through a bunch.
Okay, well, I brought in our first 4 players. So first, Cody, can you unmute yourself? Cody,
I'm here.
Perfect. You can mute yourself again. Cosmo, please unmute yourself. That's Steven. Can you say what's up? Cosmo? Hello, hello. Okay, he's out. Zach, can you unmute yourself and say what's up?
What's up? What's up?
What's up, Zach? And in this super chat, $2. Thank you, Robbie. What's up? What's happening? We've got the trivia game going. We're excited to have you here, and thank you for the $2. Herbcat, can you unmute yourself?
What up?
Perfect. And we've got Jake. Jake, can you unmute yourself and say what's up? Jake, hello, hello.
What up?
Perfect. All right, everyone can go back on mute. We're going to start off with question number 1. So after I ask the question, actually anytime while I'm asking the question, you can unmute yourself. Don't talk. You can unmute yourself, and that will tell me that you are the first one that gets a chance to answer. If you are wrong, the next person gets a chance and you lose a point. So keep that in mind. Question number 1. Denon, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
In 1984, Nebraska played Miami in the Orange Bowl, and they lost on a failed 2-point conversion. What was the final score of that game? A, 33-31. B, 27-26. C, 31-30. D, 34-32. Cody is the first one. Cody, what's the answer? What was it?
C.
C. You are correct. Cody has a point. It was 31-30. Turner Gill had a pass batted down, and Nebraska ended up not converting, and they didn't get the 2-point conversion. Tough loss. That was the same game that Nebraska ran that fumble Ruski for a touchdown. Just a note for those who didn't know. So Cody, +1. Question number 2. In 2005, Who led Nebraska in receptions and receiving yards? Was it A, Grant Mulkey? Was it B, Corey Ross? Was it C, Terrence Nunn? Or was it D, Nate Swift?
Zach.
Nate Swift.
You're correct. Zach was correct with Nate Swift, who went 45 for 641 yards. Corey Ross had 43 receptions that year, and so did Terrence Nunn. But Terrence Nunn had a lot more yards. He had 495 yards. So Zach got a point for that one. Also, chat, I saw you guys saying that Cody said B on that first one. I don't know. When I heard Cody say it, it sounded like he said C. So we're giving it to him. My ears are good. I got solid headphones on right now. All right, question number 3. Which was the first school in the SEC to produce a Heisman Trophy winner? Was it A, Alabama, B, Georgia, C, LSU, or D, Kentucky? We got him pausing. Zach.
Is it Georgia?
Yes, sir. It's Georgia. Frank Sinkwich was a halfback in 1942, the first ever SEC Heisman winner. So Zach gets another point. You're on top of it, Zach. Which one of these QBs led the country in passing yards or leads the country in passing yards? This is current 2022. Is it A, Michael Penix? Is it B, Kyle Van Treese? Is it C, Drake May? Or is it D, Aiden O'Connell? Cody.
B.
Kyle Van Treese? That is incorrect.
Can you say the options again?
A, Michael Penix at Washington. C, Drake May at UNC. Or D, Aiden O'Connell at Purdue.
Zachary unmuted.
Okay, yeah, Zach. Is it A?
It is. Zach gets another point. Crushing it. Number 5. Who was the first college football player to run for over 6,000 yards in his career? Is it A, Eric Dickerson at SMU? Is it B, Tony Dorsett at Pitt? C, Ricky Williams at Texas? Or D, Doak Walker at SMU? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. They're typing away.
Yeah, the Google searching is going
they
hard.
They are searching hard. Chat knows the answer.
Cody.
Chat's been firing off the right answer. A couple have.
Can you name them off again by chance?
Yeah. Is it Eric Dickerson from SMU, Tony Dorsett from Pitt, Ricky Williams from Texas, or Doak Walker from SMU?
B. I'll just go with B again.
Wow. Cody got it right. It was Tony Dorsett who ran for 6,082 yards, the first ever college football player to hit 6,000 yards in a career. Nice job, Cody. Redeeming yourself. Number 6. During what most consider... Wait. Let me reread this because I just read it like I'm unable to read. All right. During what... I'm sorry, guys. I can't read. During what most consider the best 10-year stretch in program history, what was Nebraska's win-loss record from the start of 1992 to the end of 2001? Is it A, 126? Is it B, 111-15? Is it C, 121-5? Or is it D, 103-23? Cody?
D.
Oof, Cody, we are incorrect with D. Ding, ding, ding. Wrong. Cody is reset back to 0. Is it A, 126, B, 111-15, or C, 121-5? Jake?
C?
It's not C.
Herb Cat unmuted right after him.
Herb Cat.
I'm gonna go with B.
You're correct. Herb Cat got the point. Nebraska went 111-15 from 1992 until 2001. So I would have been -1 years old until I was 8 years old. So that was a pretty impressive stretch, and I barely remember any of it. So that sucks, but it is what it is. We'll get back there one day if I start rooting for Alabama. Okay, question number 7. Former Nebraska I-back Amon Green started his NFL career with what team? Is it the A, Houston Oilers, B, Kansas City Chiefs, C, Green Bay Packers, or D, Miami Dolphins? Cody is the first one who gets a chance.
Zach unmuted first and then
Oh,
remuted.
never mind. Okay.
And then
Okay,
Cody
okay.
unmuted.
Zach.
Wait. Okay, I forgot the options. No.
Okay, mute yourself again. Mute yourself again. Cody, you get the first shot.
Green Bay Packers.
Done. You win. Bang, bang. Cody +1. Okay. We're on to our final question here.
What's the current scores?
The current scores. Cody is at, what's that? 0. Cody's at +1. Zach is at +3. Jake is at -1. And okay. I mean, it's Zach's stuff. Zach can't lose. Zach already won. So Zach won. Should I save this question or should I just give it to him anyway?
I say throw out the question.
Okay,
Yeah.
Throw it out. Throw it out.
But Zach, this is an impressive win. You didn't even need the final question. You're on your game tonight. All right. Question number 8. Which one of these TikTokers is from Nebraska? Letter A, Addison Ray. B, Jojo Siwa. C, Bella Porch. Or D, Zach King. Who was the first, Denon? Zach?
It's Jojo Siwa.
Zach just knows this shit. Zach just knows.
You need to sign Zach's shirt before you send it to him.
For real,
I
Zach
would love
knows.
that.
Zach knows. All right. Guys, the reason I asked that question is because Jojo Siwa was friends with or is friends with Elliott Brown. Is that his name? He's a walk-on at Nebraska, walk-on receiver or safety or something. And I would always see him posting on Instagram with her. And yeah, that's why we asked that question. So thank you guys all for playing. Here's the thing. You got to either DM me on Instagram or Twitter or Discord. Send me your address so I can fire off your stickers and we'll go from there. So I'll talk to you guys soon. But thanks for jumping in.
GG's, mates.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. We're about to pick 4 more. Chat, you guys are crushing it. Chat knows a lot of these answers. Chat's doing a good job. Okay. For group number 2, we've got Husker time. We're going to try to bring back Cosmo. We've got Nick. And we've got Beans. Okay. Nick, unmute yourself.
Hello.
Perfect. Husker time, unmute yourself. Husker time.
Hello.
There we go. Cosmo, unmute yourself.
Husker time. Hello.
Cosmo, you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yep, I hear you.
Okay. Good.
Okay, perfect. Then just mute the background so we don't hear ourselves
Yes.
talk. Perfect.
Yes.
Okay. All right, cool. You can mute yourself again. Beans, unmute yourself.
What up?
Perfect. All right, you can mute again. I'm about to ask these questions. First off, shout out Crypto Badger. He is back. He says he's been wrapping up harvest and sitting on jury duty at the moment. Man, what are you doing at jury duty when we got the Corn Crazed Social Club? Ah, man. It is what it is. It's okay. Thank you for the $20 super chat. And I hope you're there tomorrow night because we got lots to talk about tomorrow, Badger. Maybe we do a call-in tomorrow with you. I don't know. I'll text you tonight and we'll see because I think you'd be a good call-in show. I think people want to hear what you got to say about this Illinois week. But thank you for the $20 super chat as always. We love the support.
Changed his name there?
Yeah, he's got the TAKL Farms now. So I think that's his farm. He's trying to make sure he's maximizing his brand since he's been popping on Corn Crazed lately. Everyone knows who he is, you know? Okay, we're going to get to the questions, guys. Question number 1. And again, the rule is after I ask the question, you can unmute as soon as you know the answer, and then that'll be the sign that I know to call on you first to give you a chance to answer it. So question number 1, Nebraska I-back Roger Craig was born and played high school football in which state? A, Iowa, B, South Dakota, C, Texas, or D, Indiana? Cosmo.
D.
It was not B. Nick.
No, I wasn't ready. I misclicked.
Okay. Is it A, Iowa, C, Texas, or D, Indiana? Husker time.
Iowa.
Correct. Husker time got a point. It's +1. Okay. Trigger Trevin, thank you for the $5 super chat. Love the content. Hopefully we can get a dub Saturday, GBR. Hey, bro, I feel good about Saturday. I'm telling you right now. Even if it's not a dub, I feel like we're going to keep this one close. So keep the faith. Positive things are coming no matter what. Okay. Question number 2. Nebraska football's first ever win came against A, Lincoln High School, B, Creighton, C, Omaha YMCA, or D, UNK? Nick.
Omaha YMCA.
Damn, Nick, you knew
I
that.
swear to God,
right
I was in class today. I was just scrolling through Nebraska stuff.
Wow.
Were you studying for trivia night?
Glad you
Sure
studied.
was.
I'm
100%.
glad you studied.
I
That's
need
how-
the shirt, man.
I get it. That's how you win. That's how you win. I totally
Oh
understand.
my gosh. I love that.
Okay. Number 3. Who was Nebraska's leading passer in 1976? Is it A, Vince Ferragamo, B, Tom Sorley, C, Dave Hum, or D, Jerry Taggy? Husker time.
Jerry Taggy.
No. Cosmo.
Ferragamo.
Yes, sir. All right. So, guys, fun fact, Vince Ferragamo was what was he? I was a receiver. I think I was playing receiver. He was a coach I went to. He was coaching up my high school quarterback and a couple receivers and I when I was in high school. I think I was a senior, and we went up to the college near my high school, and we were running routes and doing our whole deal, and he was our coach. So that was like a private thing he was doing. It was pretty cool. I didn't even realize before then that Ferragamo was from Nebraska, and then when I went to his camp and was working with him one-on-one, he told me some stories. So random fact. Question number 4. In 2001, Nebraska had 4 different players rush for over 100 yards in a single game against the same team. What team was the 500-plus yard rushing effort against? Is it A, Baylor, B, Kansas, C, Oklahoma State, or D, Texas Tech?
Beans.
Baylor.
Yes, sir. So Nebraska had Thunder Collins, Eric Crouch, Darren Diedrich, and Judd Davies all go for 100-plus yards each. Insanity. I don't even know if that could happen in 2022.
That game, the game was not nationally televised. We had to listen to it on the radio, unfortunately.
Is that true?
I remember
What are
that
scores?
day.
Jesus. Yeah, I don't even remember that. I would have been 8 years old. I remember very few games from 2001. Only like 3 or 4.
Can we get a
right now? Yeah. Husker time is at 0. Cosmo is at 0. Nick is at 1, and Beans is at 1. So it's a close trivia game right here, guys. This one's anybody's to take. Question number 5. What 2 schools were added to the Pac-8 to make it the Pac-10? Was it A, Washington and Washington State, B, USC and UCLA, C, Arizona and Arizona State, or D, Oregon and Oregon State? Cosmo.
C, Arizona State.
Yes, sir. That is correct. So that was in 1978. Back in 1960-something, they added Oregon and Oregon State. Or no, was it that? I don't know. I think it was the 60s was Oregon State. 70s was Arizona State. So interesting. And then obviously in the 2000s, it was Utah, Colorado to take it from 10 to 12. The more you know, guys, the more you know. Question number 6. What is Penn State Stadium called? Is it A, Nittany Stadium, B, Happy Valley, C, Beaver Stadium, or D, Memorial Stadium? Cosmo knew right away.
God damn it.
Happy Valley.
False. Cosmo loses a point.
What?
Second was Husker time. Husker time, you get a chance.
Can you repeat the?
No, I can't. I can't yet. Okay, you got to mute yourself. The third.
Let's
was
go
Beans.
A.
No, You can't.
Okay, fair. Not gonna argue. Thank you.
Beans. You were next.
Nittany Lions Stadium? I don't fucking know.
That's a point, Bost.
Nick.
It's Beaver.
Yes, Nick. Yes, sir. It is. And Husker time, you got lucky. I didn't let you answer because you were going to lose the point. Either way, you're going to lose the point, but you didn't get a chance to, so you got lucky. It's Beaver Stadium, boys. Beaver Stadium. I know it makes no sense, but here's the deal. This is what it is. It's Penn State. All right.
Nothing about them is Beaver.
Nothing is, which makes no sense. And Happy Valley is the location. Happy Valley is the valley that they play in, not the stadium itself. Okay, but it can get confusing. I totally get it. I was surprised by that as well when I first found out. Okay. Question number 7. Which two teams played in the first ever college football game? Is it A, Yale versus Princeton? Is it B, Rutgers versus Princeton? Is it C, Harvard versus Yale? Or is it D, Rutgers versus Harvard? Nick.
Rutgers versus Princeton.
Yes, sir. Nick knew. God, you guys are crazy. Like, this might be one of the most hard trivia matches to win because you guys are all unmuting at the exact same time or, stacked on each other. And we got a pretty close game going right now. So we're on to question 8. Let's get a score count. Husker time is at 0. Cosmo is at 0. Nick is at 3. And Beans is at 0. So Nick is going to win this one, but we're going to do the final question anyway. Number 8. The oldest college football program in the state of Florida is A, Florida Atlantic University, B, the University of Miami, C, the University of Florida, or D, Florida State University. Nick.
Well,
quicker. No, mute yourself. Cosmo.
It's Florida.
Yes, sir. Cosmo knew. Nick had his chance, but Nick wanted to delay.
Man,
Wah.
Okay, so thank you guys all for participating.
Wait,
thank you.
Send me a Nick won.
Nick won anyway.
So the score was Nick had 3, Cosmo had 1, Husker time had 0, and Beans had 0. So
see you guys.
See ya.
Nice job, Nick.
Okay, everyone who was in that chat just now, DM me on Twitter, Instagram, or Discord. Make sure you send me your address so I can send you a sticker pack, and Nick, I'll send you a shirt. Wow, that was a tight round. I'm not going to lie. Those guys were pretty knowledgeable outside of the Beaver Stadium part. They weren't knowledgeable about that one, but everything else, those dudes knew. All right, we're going to bring in our next one. Let's see. We've got AZ Husker. We've got Tyler. We've got Sports Studios. And we've got a little big time.
Yeah.
Okay, really quick before I call on any of you. Can you mute yourself, AZ Husker? AZ Husker. I'm gonna kick him out for now. Okay, guys. We've got 2 rounds left of trivia. We're already 30 minutes in, so this is pretty much on pace with what I expected. 2 rounds left. If you want to get into the final round, go on Discord, join the waiting room, and I'll pick 4 people at random after we do this round. I still have to bring 1 more person in, but yeah, we've got 4 more potential contestants after this round 3 for round 4. Our final will be AZ Husker. We're going to try him again. AZ Husker, can you hear me? Nope. Okay, little big time. Can you unmute yourself?
Yep.
Perfect. Dewey, can you unmute yourself? Dewey. Sports Studios, can you unmute yourself?
What's good?
Perfect. And Dewey? Hello?
Yep.
Perfect. And Tyler, can you unmute yourself and say what's up?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Perfect. All right, we are ready to get this round going. Like I said, we have one more round after this round. So if you want to get in on the final round of trivia to get some stickers and potentially win some merch and beat some people, make sure you join the waiting room now so I can get you in about 10 minutes here.
Before you get
with all of
started,
that,
Armin
yeah.
Hammer is dropping some facts in the chat about Beaver Stadium. It was named
after James Beaver. Nice.
James A. Beaver.
Yeah, I needed to know. Okay. Number one, first question. The Oregon versus Oregon State rivalry is referred to as A, the Apple Cup, B, the Border War, C, the Civil War, or D, Bedlam. Okay, first one to answer was Tyler.
The Civil War.
Yes, sir. Tyler gets a point. Tyler, you knew that one right away. Are you a Pac-12 fan?
No, I just know college football facts like really quick off the top of my head.
Oh shit, these guys are in for it. Then you might not have to Google anything. All right.
Sure.
Question number 2. QB T. Martin won a national title at what university? A, Arizona State, B, Tennessee, C, USC, or D, Colorado? Sports Studios gets it first.
Tennessee.
Yes, sir. That was 1998. They won it over Florida State. That was the year after, I believe, they lost it to Nebraska with Peyton Manning at the helm. And I think T. Martin did play in that game, but he was not the starting quarterback. So
I think they also did T. Martin play in the 99 Fiesta Bowl where Nebraska with Eric Crouch beat them?
I don't know that answer. I do
think
not
he
know.
did. Because it was 99 when they beat
someone in
Tennessee.
chat's gonna know. Someone in chat's gonna know, and they're gonna let us know. They're gonna correct me and they're gonna correct you if we're wrong. I promise you that. Okay. Question number 3. In 2011, the year I graduated high school, who led Nebraska in sacks? Was it A, Levante David, B, Will Compton, C, Baker Steinkuhler, or D, Cameron Meredith Dewey?
A.
Yes, sir. It was Levante David, my all-time favorite Husker. He had 5.5 sacks that year. Cameron Meredith was in second place. I believe Baker Steinkuhler was in third or fourth, and Will Compton was just a name I threw out there because. But yes, Levante David, dude's a stud, still is today after 11 years in the NFL. Question number 4. In 2016, Nebraska wore all-white alternate uniforms at Northwestern. If you guys remember what those looked like, they had that little silver on the sleeves. I think they had a little silver trim to the helmet. They were freaking beautiful, and I wish they'd bring them back. What was the score of that game? A, 27-10. B, 24-13. C, 36-30. Or D, 21-15. Denon, who was first?
A little big time than Tyler.
Okay, a little big time.
I'm gonna go B.
You guys are on fire. That is correct. Wow. These guys know their stuff, huh? We have a 4-way tie currently. No one has answered one incorrectly. And every time someone unmutes themselves, every single person unmutes. So you guys all know this. Good luck. You got 4 questions left. We'll see who the champion of trivia is. Question number 5. What school did Peyton and Eli's dad play quarterback at? Is it A, Texas, B, Tennessee, C, Florida, or D, Ole Miss? Tyler.
It's got to be Ole Miss.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that was an easy one. But, only 2 people unmuted right away for it. So it wasn't that easy.
Fun fact,
Okay.
Ole Miss is where
Yeah.
our next head coach is currently coaching.
I like that. We can only hope, right?
I believe that one at this point.
Yeah, well, I don't, but we can all dream. Question number 7. Question number 6. In 1995, Nebraska averaged how many yards per carry? Is it A, 7, B, 9, C, 4, or D, 5? 1995, how many yards per carry? Tyler.
Wild guess. Probably 7.
Tyler, what are you doing over there? How do you know all these answers? How'd
I
you
don't know. That's just a
wild
wild
guess it?
guess. I guess the average is as best as I could based on long runs and short runs. So my guess was 7.
I like it. Tyler, you're crushing it right now. You got the answer right. Question number 7. Question number 7. In 1995, Nebraska set the record for the fewest what? Was it A, fewest sacks allowed, B, fewest interceptions thrown, C, fewest missed tackles, or D, fewest punt returns allowed?
Sports
Was
Studios.
it Sports Studios? Okay,
Yep.
Sports Studios.
Sacks.
That is incorrect. You lose 1. Next was Little Big Time.
Sorry, was sacks A or which one was that? What letter was that?
Sacks was A.
Okay, then B.
Oof, you guys are hurting yourselves. That is incorrect.
Oh.
Dewey.
Punts.
Yes, sir. Dewey got it right. And now we're coming into the final question. Just so you guys know, it was the fewest punt returns allowed. Nebraska only allowed 5 total punt returns in the year 1995 for 12 yards. So about 2 yards per return. And there were only 5 of them. So whoever that punter was a freaking beast. Now, we need one more question, Denon. But before I get that final question from you, because I don't have it on my list, I'm going to give you guys the point totals. Tyler is sitting at 3. Sports Studios has 0. Dewey has 2. And Lil Big Time has 0. So it really comes down to Tyler and Dewey, but everyone gets a chance. So Denon, can you please read the final question?
Of the following teams listed, who has the most AP era national championships? Is it A, Michigan, B, USC, C, Nebraska, or D, Miami?
Sports Studios.
USC.
Correct.
Wow.
And that was just
knew
of
it.
the teams listed, right? That's not most told, just of those teams listed. That is correct.
He knew. All right. Well, the final score was Tyler with 3, Dewey with 2, Sports Studios with 1, and Lil Big Time with 0. Thank you guys all for playing. Please DM me on Instagram, Twitter, or Discord. Send me your address so I can get you guys some stickers and the merch. And we'll see you on the next live soon. But thanks for being here. Okay. We have one final round. So I'm going to give you guys a second, if you want to enter the waiting room so I can pull 4 random names. Before I do, I'm going to give you guys one more announcement again, because I want to make sure that tomorrow night we've got a lot of people, and Saturday we got a lot of people for the live stream, because I love going live talking to you guys about college football. So tomorrow, I think we'll do the live at, let's say 5:00 p.m. Or maybe I'll do a poll. We'll do this. We'll do a poll on YouTube to get the time for the live stream tomorrow. And then based on whatever your guys' availability is, I'll go live around that. And then that way we can do a full preview and we can talk about everything with the Illinois game and everything with all the other games going on Saturday, because there's a ton of them. And I want to give you guys my best bets for the weekend, because I don't know. I got hot 2 weeks ago, pretty cold last week. And I have a hot streak coming again. I just feel it in my bones. And I want to make sure that if you join the bro throw, I give you some picks. See, you can win $5 or something. You know what I mean? Anyway, we're going to bring in our 4 players.
By the way, someone did mention T. Martin did play in the game in which
did?
Nebraska beat him. Yeah, in 99. When they should have won it all. I agree with whoever made that comment earlier. They were the best. They would have beat Florida State that year.
Yeah, they were pretty
It was a
good
shame.
back then, man. They were pretty good. Okay, we have our 4 players. Or maybe we have 3. We have 3. I need one more. Oh, we have 2. Okay. Let's see. Husker fan, can you unmute and say what's up? Husker fan. Can you unmute and say what's up? Okay, he's out. Trigger, can you unmute and say what's up?
What's up?
Perfect. T-Vol, can you unmute? Hello, hello.
Hello?
Yo, okay. That's 2 of them. We need 2 more players. We've got Dom. Let's see if he can play. Dom, can you hear me? Dom. Hello?
Sure.
Yo.
There he is.
Cool. Perfect. You can mute yourself.
Is that mute?
Yeah, Dom, you can mute yourself for now. And
All right.
Jay Will, can you hear me? Jay Will? There we go. You hear me? I don't know. We might have to kick him for somebody else. Yeah, we're kicking him. Okay, gotta go quicker. Dom,
Dom.
please mute yourself. Natman, can you hear me? Natman.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay, guys, I'm gonna explain the rules once again. Everyone mutes themselves for now. Everyone goes on mute. I'm gonna ask a question. After I ask the question, or anytime when I'm asking the question, you unmute yourself, but you don't say anything. That gives me the indication that you're ready with the answer. If you don't have the answer, you don't get a chance. I'm gonna go on to the next person. So be ready with an answer. If you do unmute yourself, please make sure that your background is muted. So if you're watching the show on your computer or TV or whatever, mute the show so I don't hear an echo. But with all that, let's get cracking. Question number 1. In Mike Riley's first game at Nebraska, which team did he lose to? Was it A, Miami, B, Purdue, C, BYU, or D, Wisconsin? Dom.
BYU.
Yes, sir.
On the Hail Mary.
Yep, it was the Hail Mary. It was rough. And in that game, Jordan Westerkamp had a massive reverse. I think it was a reverse field score. I think he got in the end zone on that one. I was watching that one the other day. Pretty great play. Okay. Question number 2. Nick Saban's worst loss of his career came against Nebraska in 1995. What was the score of that game? Was it A, 52-17, B, 50-10, C, 47-21, or D, 41-14? Dom.
50-10.
Dom, what the? How do you know that right away? Like,
I'm a sports trivia buff, so I study this stuff.
Clearly, you know this stuff. All right, he won 50-10, or Nebraska won 50-10 in that game. And Lawrence Phillips ran for 200.
I believe that's the game that Lawrence Phillips went off on, didn't he? Like for 150 yards.
206 yards and 4 touchdowns. And then Nebraska's rushing yards total was 552.
Yeah, that's
how
it.
you know all this stuff. One second. Hey, I'm doing trivia on my YouTube channel, so I'll call you back after. Okay. Don't know what she said, but we're going to keep it rolling. Question number 3. One season, Nebraska didn't allow a single point in 9 straight games. What year was that? Was it A, 1902, B, 1913, C, 1890, or D, 1906? T-Vol.
1902.
You guys are on some shit. Why do you know that answer? In 1902.
Good job, buddy. Damn, he got it just before I did. Damn, man.
So in 1902, Nebraska went 9-0. They won, well, their collective score was 152-0 in those 9 games. Straight shutout. Unreal. Okay, so T-Vol gets a point. +1. Number 4. As of today, who was the worst offense who has the worst offense in the country statistically? Is it A, New Mexico? Is it B, Iowa, C, UMass, or D, Colorado State? Dom.
Ooh.
Nope, Dom, you got to mute yourself. T-Vol.
Iowa.
Yes, sir. It is Iowa.
Yeah.
Iowa has the number 131 offense nationally. They are in last place. And I read something that said, if statistically speaking, if Iowa would have punted the ball every single possession rather than actually try to play any sort of offense against Ohio State, they would have had a better chance to win that game. And a lot of people say, Connor, how can you be so certain Nebraska's going to beat Iowa this year? They've got the number 1 defense in the country, blah, blah, blah. Here's why I know Nebraska's going to beat Iowa this year. Because Iowa has to play offense. That's all I know. Iowa's got to put out either Alec Padilla or Spencer Petras, and both are so bad that Nebraska's going to be able to beat these freaking guys finally. Their offensive coordinator is such a bum. Nebraska is finally going to be able to take advantage, even with no offensive line. Nebraska has no line. They have no offense. It's finally, time has come. I'm excited for that game. Nebraska better be amped for that game, because if we lose that one, that will be the new low for Nebraska football. The new low. I mean, it's already been bad, but that will be setting the bar at another level. Question number 5, getting back to it. As of today, who has the worst defense in the country statistically? Is it A, Georgia Southern? Is it B, Colorado? Is it C, Ohio? Or is it D, Charlotte? Dom.
Say Colorado.
No, sir, it is not Colorado. Who is next, Denon?
Trigger.
Trigger.
Charlotte.
Yes, sir, it is Charlotte. They have the worst defense in the nation. Colorado's bottom 10. Ohio, I think, is a number 130. They've come a long way down after losing Frank Solich. Surprisingly, Ohio won a game last week by 7 points. I won on that bet, but they have no defense. They won 24-17. No idea how they managed to do it. Okay, question number 6. Who won the Heisman Trophy the year after Cam Newton? Is it A, RG3, B, Tim Tebow, C, Johnny Manziel, or D, Jameis Winston?
Hold on
Who was
before
the
you
first to unmute?
Dom unmuted,
Yeah,
but he
I know.
unmuted
It
before
was
your
too
question
early.
even started. Yeah.
Too early. So Trigger.
Jameis Winston.
No, it was not Jameis Winston. T-Ball.
R3.
RG3 is correct.
Yes.
Okay, Dom, you got to make sure you're muted until the question's asked. Once the question's done being asked, just so I know you aren't just guessing random letters. No random guesses here win the game. You actually got to know your stuff. Question number 7. What team did Bo Pelini beat in his last game as head coach in Lincoln? Was it Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, or Purdue? Natman.
Purdue.
It was not Purdue. No, sir. Who's next? Trigger? Or Dom? Dom?
Minnesota.
It was not Minnesota. Okay.
No,
and now
Trigger.
it's Trigger.
Wisconsin.
It was not Wisconsin. So, boys, that one hurts my heart. As smart as you guys are, and we aren't gonna let anybody finish that one because you all guessed wrong. So that one hurts my heart. Iowa was the team that Bo Pelini beat. It was the last time we beat Iowa, I believe, right? Am I right?
Yep. In overtime.
Yeah, last time we beat them, it was in overtime. We won 37-34. And Nebraska has not beat Wisconsin. I totally understand taking Minnesota or Purdue since it would make more sense. But no, Bo Pelini closed it out on a positive note with that win over Iowa before being fired the next day after. And from there, things just took a steep drop down a hill. I thought things were at a bad point when Bo Pelini was getting blown out, and I would go to those games and watch Nebraska lose by 40 points. But I never imagined that we could get to where we are today. But we are. It is what it is. Question number 8. Who was the number 1 rated recruit in Scott Frost's first class? Was it A, Maurice Washington, B, Cam Jurgens, C, Cameron Jones, or D, Adrian Martinez? The number 1 rated recruit, Dom.
Cam Jurgens.
That is not correct. Dom, -1.
Trigger.
Who is next? Trigger?
B.
Which one?
B.
B?
Yeah, the second one.
Incorrect. You both said Cameron Jurgens.
Oh.
You're both wrong with Cam Jurgens. Okay. Natman.
Maurice Washington.
Natman is incorrect. So the correct answer, obviously, is Adrian Martinez. He was the #1 player in that class. Man, this one went some ways, guys. I love the enthusiasm and the effort by each of you, but here are the final scores. We had Nat with -2. We had Trigger with -2. We had Dom, who took an early lead, end up with -1. And we had T-Vol, who played the slow. I would call T-Vol the turtle of the group because what is it? Slow and steady wins the race. Is that what it is, Denon?
Yeah.
T-Vol played it slow and steady, didn't make any wrong guesses, not one wrong guess, and he ended up 3-0. Fantastic play there, T-Vol.
Thank you.
And you
Thank
end
you.
up winning the game. So all of you, please DM me on Instagram, Twitter, or Discord. Send me your addresses. Let me make sure I can send you your merch and your stickers. And yeah, guys, thank you everyone who came out to play trivia today. I had a great time with you.
Dude, I
And,
love that the T-Vol, man. That was slick.
Yeah, that was a very good way to play it. He's not messing around. There's strategy to it, Really quick, I didn't follow up on that final question. So the #1 rated recruit in that class was Adrian Martinez. #2 was Cam Jurgens, who was the #1 rated recruit in the state of Nebraska. Was it? He was, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
#3 was Maurice Washington, who was from Stockton out in California, NorCal. He was #3 player in that class. And the #4 player on that class, who I don't even know if he played it down at Nebraska, was Cameron Jones. He was from Texas, I believe, and he bounced back to SMU, I think it was. It was SMU because I was watching a game a couple years ago when he was playing. So that was the order 1, 2, 3, 4. But yeah, make sure you guys send me your addresses, like I said. And today was a very fun day of trivia. I've got to go to the gym. I had a long day, a long photo shoot day. I've had a long 2 days of working on content. Those videos were no joke. So make sure you watch both those videos and let me know your thoughts because the coaching search is obviously a hot topic. This Illinois game is something that's really intriguing because as good as Illinois is, they're still Illinois. Tomorrow night, like I said, we're going to do a live stream, and Saturday we'll do another one. So thank you guys for being here today. This was fun, and I'm going to see you tomorrow. So Denon, thanks for helping me out with the trivia. This was
You're
fun.
welcome.
This was good, and we'll do it again for sure. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. We got a lot to cover and a lot of ideas from your end that I want to hear, and I want to answer some questions about this game. So I'll be ready. And Steven says, Connor, you're only 30. Steven, 30 sounds old to me. I'm 29. 29. All right, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace.